Okay, I'm going to do a little interview with Megan here. She put a post out through a group that I've bought vegetables through before called Yum Yum, and offered that they were going to have a free picking today, which is just incredible. If you look at this, all the people that are out here, and we're just ever so grateful. And Megan is involved with a group called the CSA, and I'm going to have her explain, what does CSA mean?
CSA means Community Supported Agriculture, and it's basically when customers buy into the risk of a farm. So they give a farmer, or in our case a group of farmers, an upfront sum of money for the cost of a certain amount of vegetables produced for the season. And that way they are contributing to the cost of running. So the farmer gets money up front for things like seeds and production costs to start the growing. And then throughout the season, each shareholder gets a certain amount of produce each week. And as a shareholder, you're taking a risk because, you know, there might be crop failures, there might be huge amounts of things, so you're sharing in that risk with the farmer, but usually you're rewarded with just lots and lots of wonderful produce, and it supports the local farmers.
Okay, so it's not on a donation, it's an actual set.
Yeah, it's a set scale. So like for ours, we charge $550 for the season, and it's from May 20th to mid-October, and it comes out to about $25 a week. And for that, we give between 6 and 10 different items of produce per week. You know, and an item might be a bag of tomatoes, you know, a pound of something, you know. And that way you're getting a whole varied box of produce each week. And it's more than enough for a house to have plenty of produce for the week. And it's all grown locally and organically, and supports the local farms.
Now, is this a group of farms? Because I heard you using the term farms.
Sure.
Where else do you have farms?
Look what you got, Lovey. Some lettuce. Here. Go show it to Daddy, who's over there with Hazel. We have 2 primary farms that grow for us because of the way kind of farms are set up in this area. Most people don't have large enough farms to grow enough and to grow enough crop diversity to support a whole group of shareholders for a season. You know, like Tyler here mostly grows greens. If you were part of a CSA with just one farmer, you might get pretty sick of greens. So we have 2 different primary growers. Tyler contributes some as well, but we have Willowbrook Farm, which is here in Camp Verde, and they were one of the founding members of the CSA. And then we haven't quite been able to fill our needs in the Verde Valley yet for everything, so we also buy from Whipstone Farm in Paulden, and that way we get a really nice diversity of crops. Willowbrook grows great tomatoes, onions, garlic, eggplants, lots of greens, kale, and that sort of thing. And then Whipstone can really supplement with, you know, they do dried beans, green beans, carrots, potatoes, so they bring in just a whole different type of produce. That way we can really round out the shares and everybody gets a nice diversity each week.
Now, what about some of the nut farms? Are you able to get any of them involved with this?
So like early in the season when there's not as much produce, we do put nuts in the baskets or honey. There'll also be fruit, like so if it's peach season or blackberry season, we'll have some of that in there. So we definitely get really whatever we can.
And do you find that you end up with anyone else co-oping into this that has fresh eggs?
Sometimes we'll add eggs, and we try to do a lot of add-ons too. So like we have 2 pickup locations. One is in Cornville and one is in Sedona. What is that? That's Bridger. Oh, that. It's weed. Snake plantain, I think.
What's the poisonous?
I don't think so. And at our Sedona pickup, that's at Connolly's Market. So if people are picking up there, there's local eggs there, honey, nuts, all kinds of other produce that they can buy. And at our Cornville pickup, we also have an extras table where some of our farmers will sell, you know, jams they make and pickles and nuts and eggs, whatever extra stuff they have. And we also try to send out updates, you know, if someone selling local beef is going to be doing a delivery, or chicken, that sort of thing. So we really try to help people round out the whole picture so they can get access to as much local food as possible.
Now, are you also reaching out to any of the farmers markets?
Well, a lot of our growers sell at the farmers markets, so we have good relationships, and Denise of Willowbrook and our other founding member Diane, they started the Verde Valley Farmers Market here in Camp Verde, which was the first farmers market in the Verde Valley. So yeah, we have a good relationship. We're certainly not in competition with farmers markets in any way. They're pretty complementary. If you have a CSA share, you're getting a certain amount every week, and you're directly supporting the farmers, and you can supplement that with the farmers market. When there's a big crop of apples, you can go down and get as much as you need, and that way all the farmers are getting really supported.
And is there any involvement with something like the local food banks?
Yeah, in the past, like if we have people who don't pick up their shares, that gets donated at some times, and we work with our farmers, so like when they do gleaning events like this, sometimes that gets donated to food banks. It can be pretty difficult to work with food banks though, because of the timing of when farmers are harvesting versus when pickup days are, and fresh produce, but we do try to work with them as much as we can.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to dig into this free day, and I really appreciate your time today, Megan. Thank you so much.
You.